I was about 5, and Lupe was about 7. And Josie, my sister, she's the one that worked and cared whether we had something for Christmas or not. And she told us, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I said, "I want a little tea set." Those little tiny ones. And then Lupe said, "I want a little tub with a scrub board to wash her dolls, I guess. I don't know." So since we slept on the floor, my sister she made a mistake and put mine on the head of my sister's head and hers on. When we woke up in the morning, she saw it and it was mine. And I said, "That's mine, that's what I wanted." But she wouldn't give it up, and she was always a favorite of the family. They always catered to her and everything. And I cried and I cried, and I thought, if I cry now, maybe they'll give it to me. No, they never did. How ugly, huh? And then my sister, that same Josie, she had bought a lot of material. It was sort of denim beige color with jarabe tapatio, those charros, dancing the tapatio. And she says, "How do you want yours?" I said, "I want it like a bell so I can go around like this and flare like that." And then Lupe wanted it gathered. So of course she made Lupe's first. And when we noticed, the pictures were upside down. So they gave it to me. They gave it to me. And I cried, but I wore it because it was new and I didn't have any clothes. And they made hers, the right way with the thing. But the one I wanted with a swing, she liked it better. I used to babysit my sister's little boy, Pepe. They lived close to us, so I would walk over there and bring him home to take care of him at the house. And my sister's husband was in the service, and she would receive his allotment check every month. And she would catch it and put it in an envelope under the linoleum on the floor. And then she had a frog, a ceramic frog with a big hole, and she would put all her change in there. And she used it as a doorstop. And so I would steal from her, from the frog. I would, it would come out. Whatever came out, I took, because it was real easy. But I felt guilty because I knew I wasn't supposed to. But then I got greedier. And one time I looked in her linoleum envelope underneath, and she had a lot of $20 bills. And so I thought, I got a $20 bill, and I took it with me, and I felt guilty. I thought everybody was looking at me and that I had stolen it, and I couldn't even catch it because they wouldn't know, where did she get this $20 from? I don't know, my guilty conscience got off. So one time she wanted to go downtown, and she invited me to go with her. So I thought, well, now's my chance to make up a story. So I got a piece of cloth, like a handkerchief, and in one corner I folded up the $20 bill and made a knot and took it. My plan was to go downtown and make believe like I found it, which that's what I did. She got in front of me and I threw it. Mary, mira lo que me hallé, toma. Like scared because somebody saw me steal my own money. And she says, she got it. And we went outside to the sidewalk, and we were walking, and she had folded it, and says, "Kiss, what is it? And she says, cállate, son $5. I couldn't even say mentiras. But she bought me a dress that was light green, I think green with little tiny flowers. And she bought me, coming home, we bought a sack of flour. That's where my mother made our calzones, from the flour sacks. And when we would go to school, you know how you swing and your panties show? I couldn't even do that because my panties were made homemade with what was the name of the flour? Tres Rosas. My mother would make all our underwear with flour, or the material from the flour. And one time, Aunt Josie bought us, or somebody gave me for Christmas, silk panties, calzones, and I put them on, and oh my gosh, I felt so good with, nylon panties, and I'd go to school, and I'd let my dress fly so they could see my my panties that were pink and like everybody else's. Go home to eat. We sometimes we take a lunch, but all we had was tortilla with beans, no cheese, no nothing, no chile, no nothing, and rolled it up, and they would get hard. And we didn't have foil, we didn't have wax paper, so my mother we would wrap it in a brown paper sack. And by the time we got to school and ate it in lunch, it was all hard and tasteless and ugly. And there was this friend of ours named Celia that she took bread sandwiches and she took out the crust because she didn't like the crust. And of course she would give it to us, and it was heaven. And then I was ugly enough to come up with the idea that I put my lunch next to, because we would get there in the morning and everybody would put their lunches on a flat cement thing to go play, and then come back when the bell rang and pick up your lunch and go in the house, go in school. And this time I ran and I got somebody else's lunch on purpose. It hurt me so much now. So it never occurred to me that somebody didn't have a lunch. So mine probably just stayed there, or somebody threw it away because maybe they liked it. I don't know. But it was good. It was bread and bologna and an orange. I think I did it twice. And one time my friend told me, "What did you bring for lunch?" I didn't even know what I was going to eat for lunch because whatever it was good enough for me, and it was better than what I took, bread.